Our next destination was the small boat harbour at Bremer Bay. We had spent a couple of weeks exploring Albany and laughing at the antics in the quick and dirty boat build race. We headed over to Oyster Harbour for a few days to avoid marina fees and wait out some easterly headwinds. Navigating in through the shallows was interesting. On a Department of Transport courtesy mooring with our own private beach. Looking over to Emu Point. The Emu Point Marina and Lifting Yard. We woke one morning to a heavy fog, very rare in WA. Then, with favourable winds, we were off to Bremer Bay. First, we headed to Two People's Bay. An overnight in a pretty bay. Two Peoples to Cheney's Beach. The idea was 10-hour motor sail in a light headwind to Bremer Bay. Until the motor failed. The last 20k in a very light headwind and large swell. At 2 a.m, under sail, I dropped 2 separated anchors for security. Some of Sue's blog comments explains it.
The sail to Bremer thought to be about 10 hours. We expected to do some motor sailing in light winds, to keep us on track to arrive in daylight. Unfortunately, our motor died along the way, and we had to sail all the way in light winds, but a 3-metre swell. A lot of tacking, then entering the small Bremer harbour, in pitch black at 2 a.m. to anchor under sail. All exhausted, but Doug is my hero, great skills.
When we saw the sign, Sue couldn't resist going out on the charter boat. The boat coming in the previous day. The day dawned bright, so it was off to the charter wharf. And Sue was off to sea for the day, without Dash. Bremer Canyon is an underwater canyon just off the continental shelf, and is about 3 kilometres deep. The orcas like to hang around in this area between January and March. It is the largest known gathering in the southern hemisphere. They feed on the millions of spawning squid and others. Sue took some remarkable photos showing the orca activity. and some by the biology expert on board. After a northerly blow under anchor, we were able to rope ourselves down to a vacant fisherman's mooring. I tried to repair the engine, even by courier shipping new fuel injectors. Over the next 2 weeks, we did many runs into Bremer Bay Township. A 14k round trip, done mostly by our fold-up push bikes. The first 1.6k from the harbour to the intersection was a very steep hill. Walking, pushing bike and cargo up the hill was needed. Just as steep coming back up from the tourist park. I found Bremer had an excellent cycle track. A bit longer than the main road, but more pleasant. And Bremer has its giant snail along the cycle track. The snail trail started at Bremer, near the cemetery, and finished near the tourist park, where we turned off heading for the harbour. The post office and the general store were the prime destinations. The post office was in the community centre, visited often for parts deliveries. And the general store also did the liquor sales. One afternoon, we diverted down to the Wellstead Museum and Cafe. We also took a diversion along the Ridge Line Road, down to Point Henry. Many small acreage lots there, perhaps mostly holiday houses. Too timid to walk the jetty with water on either side. From the low serial number, the Yangma probably dated from 1983, so 36 years old. It had given us 14 years of service and others 22. So we decided to return to Albany under sail and replace it, in case the solar panels and wind generator couldn't keep up, with power demands for the overnight sail back. We bought a portable generator to keep the batteries going. Then waited for a nice easterly to drive us back. A last look around our home for the previous 2 weeks. With a favourable wind, we did an overnight sail back to Albany. We passed Breaksea Island at dawn and sailed into the marina 2 hours later. After roping around from the visitor wharf to an outer free berth,
Look at me.
we found the seagulls had been quite active. And later, back to our favourite harbourside restaurant for a meal. The first cafe meal for some time. We had other experts check out the engine, but no luck. We ordered the latest version of the same model Yangma engine and sail drive. Next, we explore more of the region while waiting for the new engine. Then around to Emu Point and the lifting yard.